Hello and welcome to BronxNet's coverage of the 2009 Bronx Ball. I'm Derek Woods.
And I'm Bharati Kemraj, coming to you from the magnificent new Yankee Stadium for this Bronx Week Welcome Home Gala.
Tonight we celebrate the newest inductees into the Bronx Walk of Fame. We pay tribute to notable men and women who have lived or worked in the Bronx. They are the pride of the borough and have made their mark on American culture. They represent the spirit, effort, and determination that defines the beautiful Bronx. It's only fitting that the borough's most famous attraction is hosting tonight's festivities in the aptly named Great Hall.
That's right, Derek. They have come back home to receive perhaps the highest honor the borough can bestow, induction to the Bronx Walk of Fame.
So join us as we celebrate under the stars with the stars at the 2009 Bronx Ball at the new Yankee Stadium. It's the 2009 Bronx Ball, a star-studded evening celebrating the newest inductees into the Bronx Walk of Fame, featuring legendary composer Charlie Fox, hip-hop pioneer Grand Wizard Theodore, sitcom star Judy Reyes, Grammy-winning artist and songwriter Melissa Manchester, and the one and only Tony Orlando. Join us as BronxNet brings you the magic and the majesty of the 2009 Bronx Ball.
Well, Derek, the new Yankee Stadium is truly a sparkling diamond today.
You are absolutely right, Bharati. And so are you this evening. You look absolutely wonderful.
Thank you very much.
I tell you, the Great Hall downstairs is magnificent. When you get a chance to see it, you are going to be really amazed that this is actually a place they play baseball. Now, certainly if you're walking around tonight, you're going to see some of the borough's most prominent civic and community leaders joining with leaders of many of the biggest cultural organizations in the Bronx tonight, paying tribute to all these native sons and daughters who have come home to say, you know what, I am from the Bronx and I am proud.
And you know what, it's great to see that because they've left, they came back, and they've still got that pride with them, and they're not afraid to showcase it.
It's so true. You know, BronxNet has been part of the Bronx Ball since its inception 12 years ago, and I'm proud to say that I have been at every single one. And certainly tonight, this is really just the most magnificent setting that it has taken place in some really nice places. But boy, oh boy, Yankee Stadium is just spectacular tonight. And I tell you, as you see, some of the guests are now getting their first glimpses of the new stadium as well. And you can see their breath has been taken away, but as they say, they ain't seen nothing yet. The place tonight is decked out in silver and blue, the Yankee colors, and certainly they should. It's been great that the Yankees actually hosted tonight's ball along with the Bronx Tourism Council, who make this magnificent effort every single year. But you know what? I see some of our newest inductees are heading into the Delta Lounge here where we are tonight. The spectacular view of the field is part of the great Delta Lounge here at Yankee Stadium. So why don't we go say hello to them?
Yes, we should. Borough President Ruben Diaz Jr. It's been a great week of celebration, and this is your first time hosting this ball. Tell us a little bit about being here.
Well, it's the grand finale of what's been a fantastic Bronx week, where we've done everything from a bankers breakfast to a business expo. We had a diva spa dedicated to victims of domestic violence, and now to be here today to have this grand Bronx Ball right here in Yankee Stadium. Doesn't get any better than this. And I'm having a great time. Bronx kid here in Yankee Stadium, Bronx Ball. You can't ask for anything better than that. It's a great way for us to celebrate our talent and the fact that people have gone out and conquered the world and come back. That's why we induct them to the Walk of Fame, because it becomes a model for our young men and women in this borough to know that if they put their mind to it, if they get their education, regardless of what field, whether it's in the arts, whether it's in sports, or even in the judiciary, like Sonia Sotomayor, that you can really, really make it. And we just want them to come back. We want every young man and woman in this borough to aspire to come back as an inductee to the Walk of Fame.
Well, thank you, Bharati, and I have the pleasure of being joined by the amorous busboy of Decatur Avenue, one of the members of the first Bronx Walk of Fame, the great comedian, songwriter, and so many things I can't even list them, Robert Klein. Mr. Klein, it's great to see you back here again.
Foul ball! Uh-oh, watch out. Too many home runs here, don't you think?
You're always such a great supporter of the ball. What brings you back here this year?
Well, Melissa Manchester is one of my dearest friends in show business. We worked together many times. And I was at the Lowe's Paradise a couple of years ago, and Bud Friedman, who owned the Improvisation, the club where I started, was inducted. I keep my contacts. I keep the Bronx in my mind, you know.
And without a doubt, Mr. Klein has the line of the night when it was at the Lowe's Paradise Theater.
To return to the Paradise is, I can't even describe it. There's more DNA on those seats than in CSI Miami.
I think there was people falling out of the balconies laughing about that. Now, of course, you have so many. What are you doing these days?
I'm working on my ninth HBO special, probably for early spring. I have a couple of movies in the can, one called Demoted, one is National Lampoon's Dirty Movie. And I'm working on a movie at the moment with another Bronxite, J-Lo.
Really?
Jennifer Lopez. I've been back and forth to California to shoot it. And I'm not making this up. I'm playing her gynecologist in this movie.
Wow.
It's only make-believe. Don't get too excited. Great pleasure. And, I wrote my book, The Amorous Busboy of Decatur Avenue, my Bronx memoir. It ends when I'm 25. So I've been invited by Simon & Schuster to write another one. Maybe I take up from where I left off, maybe not, I don't know. But I plan to begin shortly on the new book. So.
Thanks, Derek. I'm here with a legend, Grammy Award winner, singer, songwriter, actress. She's done it all. And today she's back in the Bronx for this grand ball. Melissa Manchester, tell us how you feel being here today.
This is beyond belief. I'm so happy to be here. At last. I have been asked to do this for a couple of years, but I've been on the road, and finally I was able to be here and bring my mother and my uncle, and my mother and my uncle met at Theodore Roosevelt High School 70 years ago. And it's just thrilling to be at the new Yankee Stadium and being in the spirit of the evening. I'm really honored, really honored.
What do you remember about being in the Bronx and
the Bronx for me was pure poetry. I remember people sleeping on the fire escapes. I remember Tar Beach up on the roof. I remember playing stoop ball. I remember everything. I mean, I learned how to ride a two-wheeler in the yard at PS 86. And I remember the beautiful sound of the train. Every night I just remember the beautiful sound of the train. So there's a lot of music in the air for me. I'm working on a musical now. I'm starting to work on a new album. I've raised two beautiful children who just graduated college. Been married a long time, and I'm just thrilled to be here. It's just a swell evening.
Well, as I continue this wonderful chit-chat with Melissa, we'll go back to Derek and see what else is happening all around us.
I am joined now by one of the forefathers of hip-hop. When you hear a scratch on a great song, you know who invented that? This man right here, Grand Wizard Theodore. Tell me your feelings being inducted into the Bronx Walk of Fame.
Oh, man, it feels real good to be inducted by your peers, man. Been doing hip hop for like 30 years, man, and to even just be here, man, it's just an honor, man. It's just an honor.
Tell me your feelings as you see this thing called hip hop that has grown into such an integral part of everyone's lives. It's part of our daily soundtrack now, and yet you're one of the guys that were in the streets, playing the records and going to the house parties.
Oh, man, it feels good to be a part of something that's even bigger than I am. When I first got introduced to the hip-hop culture, it wasn't even called hip-hop, and it was all around me, seeing the doo-wop guys on the corner, singing the doo-wop, looking at the trains, seeing the graffiti, and walking the streets and seeing the b-boys b-boying and stuff like that, and just hearing the music around from the cars, from people's houses and stuff like that. I mean, hip-hop is around you every day, and to be a part of it, man, it's just a blessing, man. It's a blessing.
And being the part of the inductee class here at the new Yankee Stadium, this magnificent night here tonight, it's got to mean a lot to you.
Yeah, it means a lot, man, especially to be inducted with Tony Orlando and Melissa Manchester and stuff like that, man. It's a great honor to even be in the presence of these people,
Now, do you still get to work in music? You're touring a lot now. Tell me what you're up to.
Well, when I'm here in town, I work at Jam Master Jay's Scratch Academy. We teach kids how to scratch. We teach them how to produce and stuff like that. Just to give my outlook on that, even though you live in the Bronx, you can still be successful and pretty much do something positive in your life. And I've been traveling all over the world, with Curtis Blow, with Melly Mel, with Roxanne Shante, just enjoying life, man. Enjoying it.
Well, you look great.
Thank you
I tell
very
you,
much.
it's been a real pleasure. I know you have a big night ahead of you, so I'll let you get back to the party.
Thank you very much.
And I'll let you get back to the Bronx Bowl 2009.
Peace.